Good evening. So, against all odds, I've survived my 2013 New Jersey Mud Run season. So, to let you guys know what I'm talking about, I've done the following this year. I did Rock Solid Mud Run twice, Running Dirty, Rugged Maniac, Warrior Dash, and to top it all off, I did the 2013 Tri-State Tough Mudder. So by my count, that's about 32 miles on the mud run courses of New Jersey, most of them down and over in Englishtown at Raceway Park. So let's get down to it. So in terms of the rock solid mud runs, those were 5 miles, so that's 10 miles right there. Running Dirty was 4 miles. Rugged Maniac was a 5K or 3-mile course, and Warrior Dash New Jersey was 3 miles, another 5K course over in Morristown. And the final one down in Englishtown, the Tri-State Tough Mudder, was estimated to be about 12 miles, give or take. So, how would I characterize each one of them? Rock Solid Mud Run is a pretty good, stable course. Where the, firm construction last year. This year it was, well, there were some problems with the rope obstacles. They started to sag a bit, but everything else was pretty solid. They had this one obstacle called the Iron Curtain, where it's a ladder you had to go across like this, So that was a bit saggy, but when you're up in the air, it's still pretty fun. So. And then the hallmark of that is the 10 Commandments, which is like a 5-foot wall, 6-foot wall, 7-foot wall, and then couple other items that are really hard to do. And then and that's in the middle of the course after a good 2 miles in. So, so halfway through, it's the hardest part of the course, and I've done it 3 times, and it still kicks my butt. I still can't get over the walls on my own, but at least I try. I'm getting better at it each year, and I can't wait to do it again in 2014. Rugged Maniac was the 5K course, also over and over in Englishtown. The hallmark of that one was basically you're crawling through mud, because a good part of the course was go over the barbed wire, crawl through the mud, and or go through the really steep areas where the big pools of water and mud. One of the unique ones was at the time was for me was you had to carry a tire from point A to point B, and then goes run around. Other than that, it was still pretty that was pretty fun. But the thing with Rugged Maniac in this year was they don't really know where to put the water. There was only one water station on the course, and after that, that was only about a mile in, and the rest of the time you're exposed out in the sun and you're roasting. If you want water relief, you can go try and find the sprinklers that they're using on the rest of the freaking course, but you got to keep on pushing through. But it was pretty tough. But it was also a lot of fun. So, and also, Rugged Maniac, they gave free, if you got your photos were taken, they posted it up online for free, so you don't have to pay an arm and a leg to get those photos. Unfortunately, Rock Solid Mud Run, their photo system seems to be a bit disorganized, so go figure. It's just like 5 or 6 cameras randomly posted. There's no real timestamp or order to sort through it, and not by any unique identifiers. So, rock solid. Great obstacles, crappy photo system. Sorry, Chris, but, it's the truth. I'm sorry. Warrior Dash. It was easier than last year, and last year I broke my arm doing it, and I was still able to finish. So, I don't know how I feel about them toning it down. I mean, it was a little bit after Rugged Maniac, so when I did Warrior Dash, the one of them, those obstacles was you go into a trench, but Rugged Maniac, there was actual turns inside the dark trench. Warrior Dash was just a straight trench. It's like whatever. And they got rid of their tire swing thing, where you go hop through tires and there's tires floating around. It's just like hopping up and over some tires. I mean, I'm all for you changing the course, but I mean, you're losing some of the hallmark goodness of it. So other than that, they find in the finale is you jump over 2 rows of fire. They kept those maintained even though it was raining that day, and they kind of they got rid of the wall that was a challenge last year for me. I skipped the wall last year, and this year they didn't have a similar wall this year. Instead, they had some balanced obstacle similar to rock climbing feel to it. So, I don't know what they're going to do with Warrior Dash, if they're trying to make it more appealing to everybody, or if they're just trying to, it's a good introduction. So, you knew it's a trail running, new mud running. Warrior Dash is, it's not as tough as everybody thinks it is, but it's fun. And then they have the great medals. So after that, it was running dirty. The nice part about that was they gave you a dog tag for it, and that was pretty good. So that was fun. It was also at Raceway Park down in Englishtown, New Jersey, and it was kind of the one that they have was like they call it a spider walk. If you you crawl up on a wall and you got some ledges, so you can just crawl on, hold on to that and keep on going. But it's kind of and that was pretty nice, a pretty fun obstacle. And they also had a inclined wall with a rope on it, so the incline wasn't enough so that you could brace your feet and walk on up. You actually use your upper body on it. But running dirty could have used some work. They had a parallel bar in the middle of the course they wanted you to go on. It was so rickety. It's just really hard to do it, and not fear for your life while you're up elevated a couple of feet in the air and about to fall down. The other one is they had something called the being on Raceway Park, they kind of reused some of the same obstacles. So the monkey bar and the Jacob's Ladder from Rock Solid Mud Run was also on Running Dirty. So doing one week after the other, it's kind of fun to see how they kept the course the same and kept it different. That's still pretty fun. Though they weren't that clear if the water was pretty deep this year on the lake crossing area. So previously it was like 4 or 5 feet. It's not that bad if you can't swim. But this year it was after a lot of heavy rain, so it was more like 6 feet. So if you're not comfortable swimming, it could get dangerous. So at Running Dirty, the problem was if you did the lake bypass to not go through water, and you come out by the end of the finish line, it was not clear that you look like you're skipping an obstacle. And then there were a couple obstacles for Running Dirty that were not present that could have, I was kind of looking forward to. They were supposed to have some kind of Arctic enema. Yeah, that wasn't there, and there was no fire to jump over. Oh boy. But they did have something called the Drunken Monkey, which was a it's monkey bars, but they're declined like this way. So you go in, you got to go down, and then you got to go back up. When you do Tough Mudder, their crazy monkey bars are like this. You got to go up and then you got to go down. So unfortunately, I don't have enough that much upper body strength right now. So I tried it and then go splat. So if you did Running Dirty and you did the spider walk, you do Tough Mudder, they had an even crazier obstacle. It's called Just the Tips. So what they do is it starts off the same way. You have your 2 parallel boards, you get up on the incline. The next thing you know, all you are is hanging by the tips of your fingers. It's like right here. So it's like kind of like this. So you're already dirty, you're already muddy, and then you're just hanging by the tips of your fingers, and then they have a hole, a hole in the lining, so you can't just inch your way across. You got to leap across. So a lot of people went splunk on that. Sorry. When I was at the Tri-State Tough Mudder, look at the list of obstacles that they have on the webpage, and I'll tell you which ones I don't remember seeing there. So they were missing the ball bonds, or bail bonds, or You jump over haystacks. So that was missing. Um, let's see, what else was there? They didn't have the drag queen. That wasn't there. They didn't have the quote dong donger. That was out. Firewalker wasn't really there either. They didn't have Hang Tough, and they didn't have Hold Your Wood, and they didn't have King of the Mountain, Ladder to Hell. I don't remember seeing Log Jamming or Lumberjacked, and I don't remember seeing Pirate Booty there. I don't remember seeing Spider Web or Underwater Tunnels. Or actually Twinkle Toes, which was the balance beam over stuff. But I can tell you what I did like. Sorry. Unfortunately, I did it while suffering from a cold, so it took me a lot longer than I should have. But I finished under 5 hours. But I had to walk most of it. Didn't give up. 12 miles, Tough Mudder, and I earned my headband that's up in my room right now. What was I saying? So the smoke shoot and was actually they didn't have smoke shoot there, but the one that was a lot of fun was the mud mile. It's 10 separate